What's up, my peeps? It's the turtle smashing, dragon punching, titan smashing, zombie blasting, race car drifting, multiplayer butt whipping, the collector of coins, rings, looms, rupees, and tanukis. I got food for self, emeralds for wealth, and med packs for health. I got the double jumps, turbo boost, time freezes, and invincibility. Leveled up all of my abilities. I run Vice City and made the Mushroom Kingdom better. And I am the first human Spectre. This is Mastermind, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about COD, Advanced Warfare multiplayer trailer, and their little mini event for Gamescom just completed. And here are my impressions of what they revealed. I am very impressed with what I'm seeing as far as everything that they're doing. The customization is probably the biggest thing for me, because I was going to do a video and still will in the future as to what they can start doing in gaming that I think is very important, including games like Titanfall and past Call of Duty games, is to customize. We need to have a serious amount of customization. I think that is always a great thing that people want. Everybody wants to be an individual, and I think this game right here allows you to be who you want to be. So however you want to get your character geared up and how you want your character to look and play, it should have some level of customization. And I don't mean just maybe a couple of tweaks here and there. I mean major differences between you and anybody else online. I would like, for most games like this, to where my character, the chances of somebody looking exactly like my character are slim. I mean, I'm sure it's going to happen with the millions of people who are playing this kind of game, but customization I think is very important, and I welcome this in the new one. The new modes that they announced seem really, really interesting. I'm not going to get into every single thing that they revealed, and I'm not going to break down every inch of the trailer, only because there's going to be tons of that online, and you can do all of the research yourself. But I just wanted to break down some of my thoughts. I like the weapons. They look really, really cool. I love all of the gadgets. I love the fact that you can swim. I love the mobility of the game. I think that's the main draw as to why I love Titanfall, and I started liking Titanfall more than Call of Duty. This isn't as mobile as Titanfall because you don't parkour on the walls or anything like that. And that is totally okay, because I want Call of Duty to be its own game. I don't want it to be Titanfall. I want it to obviously have some of the gameplay elements that make Titanfall work, just like Titanfall used a lot of the gameplay elements that make Call of Duty work. That's how video games do work. So as I'm looking here, I slowed down the trailer a little bit just so we can kind of take a look at a lot of the things going on. I love this grenade here where it kind of reveals where your characters are. That's something that it's not new to first-person shooters, this type of thing, but I like the way they're implementing it there and the way that they show it. Another really positive thing that I like what they're doing as far as how they're presenting it is they're not talking about any Levolution or anything that you saw in the last Call of Duty Ghost, or trying to be like Battlefield, because essentially that's what I thought they were trying to do. Is they were trying to make Call of Duty Ghost seem more next-gen than what it really was. So by showing you rather than really talking about it, I think is a lot more effective. I think the Tsunami and some of the other things that we're going to see in the game isn't quite to the level of Battlefield 4, but I think it's good enough for what Call of Duty is. And being that they're exploring more of the vertical space, I don't think the Levolution kind of thing is as important as it would be if they were just going to remain a grounded game. I'm also quite happy that we're not jumping into a bunch of tanks and airplanes and ships and all of that stuff. I like the whole grounded warfare, jumping up and having mobility. I think that's way cooler and more fun. I know a lot of people prefer the Battlefield kind of things where you can just hop on a chopper and do your thing. And that's great for what Battlefield is. But I'm glad that Call of Duty is kind of sticking to the feel of what Call of Duty is. I love that you can swim. Right here, that's a big deal. Because, and I hope it's like that in a lot of the levels. That would be really cool to be able to go in the water, sneak on your opponent and catch them. I'm sure that's going to also have people more aware of the water and different things going on. So if you see somebody trying to sneak up on you underwater or trying to get away underwater, you can shoot them. That's going to be a really cool feature if they kind of push that a little bit more. And I think they will, because they did show it off in the trailer. I'm sure that there's tons of things that they spoke about where we're going to show this, we're not going to show this yet, or this is not too far in development yet, or whatever it is. So the fact that they showed that now is kind of a positive sign. Right here, though, they showed this in the last reveal, and I'm a little confused as to, well, not confused. I guess confused is the wrong word, but I'm a little concerned. Well, no. I'm thinking. I don't even want to use concerned. I'm thinking as to how that's going to work. Because you see, you don't need to have a structure above you to do that. If someone is chasing you and they're trying to get just close enough to shoot you, you can actually just jump up and fly backwards or hover backwards and then do the same thing. And of course, if they anticipate it, it's going to make it interesting. Now, they also have a slam move, so you can jump up and slam downward. So if you know somebody is running full force behind you, you jump up and slam downward, you can get them. But my concern is that I don't want it to become like dive kick, where when you're in close quarters with another enemy, everybody's jumping up and trying to slam down and catch one another. Then it kind of changes the whole dynamics of the game. And that's the thing with Call of Duty. You tweak one thing and it can change the whole game. This is what makes this whole thing really interesting to me. So those are my thoughts on the multiplayer review for Call of Duty. Oh, one last thing. The Day Zero edition, I think it's a pretty slick marketing thing. I know some people have issues with the whole pre-order this and you get that sort of thing. I don't have a problem with it. If you intend to get the game, might as well put 5 on it and then wait until the game comes out and get some extra cool stuff. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a cool idea and a slick marketing thing. And here's a little glimpse of all the customization that they were showing off, which again I think is really great. I can't emphasize that enough. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up for me. Leave a comment, share, and definitely subscribe. And thank you for watching. Mastermind out. Overcasting y'all, cloudy days making waves, mastermind.